Hey guys, KyoukoKairi here. Today I will be giving you a tour of my art room and I hope you enjoy.
Alright, so up here in the top right corner, top left corner, my bad, I have a compass that I got. It was in my little survival kit that I used to bring on trips with me, just in case we ever got lost. Twistables, I've got some tape, some elastic, this weird pendant from Walmart that, I don't remember what I was going to use it for, but I did some jewelry making at one point, so I think I was going to use it for that. I've got some more elastic, this pencil that my stepdad got me, Declaration of Independence from when I won my trip to DC, some rulers, paper. I've got this stamp of the Ouroboros that I made a couple years ago. Got a trash can, some origami paper, DeviantArt sticker, batteries and eyeballs and odds and ends, a bunch of erasers in this little basket. Down here I've got some thread and some little polymer clay characters that I made. I've got some old invitations, some stamps, a flashlight, a charger. I think this was for my for my keyboard. So I have some glasses, more thread for my sewing machine over here. It's in the back right there. So I've got more paint, this cool metallic luster stuff. You put this on wood or paper and it gives it like a very shiny metallic finish. I've got some Derwent colored pencils and regular charcoal or graphite pencils. That's what it is. This cute little dog, I got it at a festival in Natchitoches about 10 years ago, I believe. A Hello Kitty candy container. I'm not even sure if I ate the candy out of here. It feels empty. I probably gave it to someone else. I've got some medical tape, this ornament, this little clay frog that you could paint. I've got some monkey ribbon that my mom bought at one point because she wanted me to make some ribbons for Emma, my little sister. Some sketchbooks, just one of the many, or just a few of the many sketchbooks I have. Paintbrush, a giant one, some jewelry and vials. I've got this lamp, and inside of it I just have some clothespins, business cards, glue stick, and then here I've got some pastels, some small books, and a frozen coloring book. More jars from, I got these from IKEA a long time ago, and these have some more odds and ends. This one has some sand, and then I have this little Scentsy. On my desk, it's not very organized. Right here I have an old science fair project, and then down here I have some poster board that I haven't used for anything yet. I've got post-it notes, these little bitty sheets of paper that I use to jot down things. I've got a roll of blank paper that I use to wrap presents sometimes, and other times I use to draw. What I used to do before we got rid of the closet door was I would hang the paper from it, cover the entire door, and then I would paint on the door. And so that way I could paint a giant mural, but then when I was done I could just take it off, fold it up, and store it somewhere else. I've got a palette. I've got this. I had started to do this as a wall art piece. I don't remember exactly what I was going to put on the front, like above. This is just the background. I don't remember what I was going to paint on it. It was quite a while ago. I've got oil Sharpies. Oil-based Sharpies that you could use those for the ceramics painting, and they're just in the little G-Shock container, a baby G. I got this aluminum foil canister thing because I still have the little roll thing in here, and I was going to use it to roll up some fabric or paper and then just cut it on the jagged edges here. I thought it was a good little recyclable project. I've got some Mod Podge molds, and you could buy the little Mod Podge sticks, and see, it says right here on the back, you could buy the little Mod Podge sticks, stick them in your glue gun, and then just pop them out and make your own little mold. So yeah, I've got my X-Acto blade here. Down here is for pencils and pens and odds and ends. I've got another business card from Mechacom. Free advertising. So I've got pens. I've got this magnet from a calendar that I actually have in here because I don't use it anymore. It was one of those metallic dry erase ones. So then I have this cabinet right here, and I have these up here. Up here there's not much because it's so high and it's hard to reach. So up there I have that box is full of different ceramics, statues I used to have around my room that once I cleaned my room, I kind of just shoved them all in the box and put them up there. I've got some air dry modeling clay, my bad. And then in that box along the bottom, I have a kit to paint a tiger's eye that my mom got from a local art shop. So it comes with all the paint, paintbrushes, canvas. It was like a complete kit that they had on sale. That little pink and black lacy box, I have some sewing supplies in, such as my foot pedal thing for the sewing machine. I've got some plaster of Paris right next to that, and then I have some containers. You can see that little blue box right there poking out. Those are some really old mini Looney Tunes ornaments that I got from the Beau Rivage Hotel. I've got some crystal clear acrylic glaze. I use this for the ceramic mugs that I use those Sharpies on to draw pictures and give them to my friends as gifts. And then I have this cute little cat. I had to hide it up there because this little demon decided to chew it up. She would climb. I had it up here amongst all my other tiny little figurines, and she decided to jump up here and grab it and bite it. So I had to put it way up here and catify it. Cat-proof it. Up there I've got some cute I can't remember the name of the brand, but they're all matching. I've got 2 boxes, a candle and a candle holder, and a gift bag. And my mom got them from Target. They released them as a design line, and then they had a bunch of pencil pouches, pencils, just a lot of office supplies. And so they sold it for a month or 2, and then they put everything on sale. So she got all of that really cheap. I've got this bin full of extra paper, lined paper, printer paper. And then I've got sheet protectors on top. And this tin right here is actually, if I go ahead and remove that. This is that whoop, that just fell. I'm gonna go ahead and, alright, so this is that survival kit I was talking about. I used to bring this whole kit everywhere with me. It's got sewing supplies, needles, it's got this thread that I thought I could use just in case. You never know when you'll need well, rope. It's more of a ropey material. I've got waterproof matches. This is a extendable cup just in case. You never know. And then floss, because what can't you do with floss? Oh, and then on the bottom I have some buttons. I used to have some aluminum foil in here to use as a you know, you flash it in the sunlight and you attract someone's attention. And so, again, I used to take this everywhere with me. Car trips, even if it was just a 20-minute trip, just in case we ever crashed and were stranded, because I was into that kind of survival stuff. When I was a kid, I was crazy as hell. I actually wanted that stuff to happen to us. This is what fell from up here. It's a garbage bag. I would use this to bring in there, have some really large art pieces. I think my biggest one is an 18 by 24 inch piece. And so I would use this garbage bag to bring it back and forth on rainy days, just so the paint didn't get messed up. I also have this stencil right here, some sand, and this flower that I was using for an art project. I made the apples, for example, like the ones that Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. I made 7 apples, and it was supposed to represent the 7 days that God made the earth. And so one apple was the heavens and light, one apple was the plants, and one apple was the animals. It kind of symbolized what he made each day. And then I put them in ascending or descending order on a tree. And so this was for the one with the plants.
You can actually see that flower right here on the apple all the way to the left. The space apple and the one with the faces all over it, which was supposed to be the human torture, the human aspects, were actually redone using Photoshop and image manipulation, but I don't have the final image with me.
On it for the day that he made all the plants, and I had put a bunch of flowers on the apple, so that's just an extra one I have. I also have some more over here. Some more paint. I've got a panda webkins right here. You remember when those were a big thing? Up here I have, those are clay eggs that I bought them all. I thought I was going to decorate them different ways and then frame them in a shadow box. I was kind of inspired by KyoukoKairi, the anime, and I thought I would make a bunch of eggs that kind of looked like those. I didn't in the end. Funnily enough, here's the Looney Tunes wrapping paper that actually came with the ornaments. And then I have some random supplies up here. I'm too lazy to see what's in there. Right here I've got some sandpaper from one of my recent projects where I painted a picture frame and with chalk paint and then distressed it. I've got some foam left over from when my friend and I made Attack on Titan cosplay, so I've got the swords down there. And then I have a clipboard right here. On this wall, these are all ceiling tiles. And so this is a pastel picture I made of Dominique from Suicide Room, which is my favorite movie.
Seriously, go watch this movie. It is a Polish movie, but it is amazing.
And then my favorite anime, Edward Elric, and this is supposed to be Vic. This was a long time ago, don't judge me. But it's supposed to be that his shadow is Edward. That's why Ed is so dark. This is just a poster my brother gave me when he was cleaning out his room. I love Linkin Park, but I like their Minutes to Midnight album the most. But, I mean, he gave it to me for free, so I put it on here. I've got a picture of my sister at Chuck E. Cheese. And we have this thing going where she will draw me and paint pictures. She'll draw and paint pictures for me. And when she's done, I will praise her for it. And then we will come and pick a spot on my wall to hang them up. So there were stacks and stacks of papers everywhere. This one, she was, funnily, my brother was in his room and he locked the door and he wouldn't let her in. So she drew this picture of her crying and him happy. These are some pictures of my friends back when they were younger. This is Lauren and Lauren, the two Laurens. This is a copy of the carnival ticket that my parents gave I got one, my brother got one for Christmas a couple years ago. So that's the one that they actually gave us, and then we had the actual tickets. They just printed this one to give to us. I got a $2 bill from one of my friend's relatives. I got this pretty box. We got it at an antique store or something. It was really cheap. Probably like $1 or $2. I've got a bunch of cat toys in here because if I let them all loose, our dog gets them all before she gets the chance to play with them. And then behind all of those is my coin collection. In these little eggs are some more coins. And I guess that's why the $2 bill is on top of here. Underneath I have some cards, birthday cards, Christmas cards, just leftovers. I have some boxes that are card size, about this thick. I have 2 of those and they're completely full, so I had nowhere else to put them. This is another box of odds and ends, index cards, microns. I have this little waterproof case from the cruise. It's like the kind that you hang around your neck and you put like your cards in. This is a bag left over from my brother's drafting class that he took in high school. He's still in high school, but he took it last year. These are some lighters that I plan on dismembering and connecting together because I saw a tutorial on YouTube to make a Roy Mustang kind of like a glove that you could snap and fire would appear. Like I found a tutorial on how to make something like that. There's the dog right now. Excuse the mess. My room is just... Anyway. Right here I have this picture that my good friend here on YouTube, I knew her before she made her channel, but she gave me this for one of my, I think it was my birthday or Christmas. She gave me this beautiful piece of art. I still haven't had a chance to use it. I just haven't put it up. Then I have some paper, and then I have this Redbox promotion for The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I love those two movies. I'm really sad that they canceled them. Anyway, I've got this metallic kind of patterned paper that I was going to use to make a paper copy of Edward Elric, and so that was going to be for his auto mail. And then this is velvet, and I was going to use this to make his coat. Just a little side project. I have a no. This is a comic I made for AP Art, AP Studio Art, and so I sent that in. This is a stamp. You can't really see the details very well anymore because it's got the ink on it, but it's a guy standing in a window in a room, and so he's writing. There's a typewriter right there, and so he's got the papers up here, and the window's open, and it's storming outside, so all the papers are being blown everywhere, and no one knew, but this was supposed to be Edward Elric, my little rendition of him. So that's that. My sewing machine is behind here. It's a Singer machine. This is a part of a painting I did for Suicide Room of, I can't remember her name at the moment, which I'm ashamed given that it's my favorite movie, but that's a picture I did of her on this rough material. Down here are my portfolios. This is the portfolio that I sent in for the AP Studio Art. I can't remember. It was like you would take you had your breath, your concentration, and then something else, which was a combination of both. You would pick 5 of your best works of art and then send them in. Those are in here. They're pretty big. And then all the rest of the ones are in here. I don't want to go over them now because this video is already going to be pretty long. So just put a comment down below if you'd like to see what I made. I mean, you've already seen some of it. Those two were both for AP Studio Art. Down here I have some canvases. These are all blank. This one was supposed to be for a poster contest that I started and never finished to turn in because I'm a dork. This is I collect the U.S. territory, U.S. National Parks quarters. I love those. And so I have a big map to put those in. And then this is supposed to be an Edward Elric inspired abstract art. So I've got the metallic luster from earlier right here. And then I've got red, orange, and yellow. And then this one was supposed to be of Roy Mustang. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out because it looks a lot darker. So it's also got the metallics, and then it's got the red and blue, very Roy Mustang-like. And then I'm really proud of these. I wanted to put them on my wall. I don't know, they're kind of plain. If y'all have any ideas for these, let me know. I've got a wooden frame back there that I got from my art teacher. She didn't have a use for it. Got some art that I've gotten from MechaCon, which is our annual anime convention here in Louisiana. Polyester fiber fill for the crocheted stuffed animals that I've made. I've got a wreath that I started. That's my music stand right there in the corner, and this is my easel that I don't really use. I like to sit down and draw. And in here I have those 2 wooden kits on the end, have a bunch of colored pencils, markers. Those were kind of my starter kits when I was younger. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyone who's done art has probably received something like that. This pink envelope right here is leftover Valentines from like 2 or 3 years ago. They came with all the... Anyway, sorry, my video just cut out. So these were like a handmade alternative to just buying Valentines. These are just little crates. I've got random stuff. I've got this bag is full of cotton balls. These are my glasses. I've got some skeletons from Halloween in here. When I was younger in elementary school, we would take these little skeletons buy them from the party store in a bag of like 100 for $3. And then people would go back to school and sell each skeleton for 50 cents a piece to other students. It was very strange, but every Halloween you could always expect them to come and bring some more of those. These two pink crates right here, the top one's full of index cards, the bottom one's got my polymer clay. These jars have a bunch of nuts and bolts and just random hardware bits. I used those, or I used some of that in a steampunk inspired piece, which is in this black portfolio right here. This is the calendar I was talking about for this magnet. I used to use it, I don't anymore. I've got a green photo album that I never used. A Chinese brush kit, which came with the paint and the brush and everything. And it's like a walkthrough process on how to do calligraphy and Chinese watercolors, which is cool. I've got some kits up here with different bits in it. I've got this container, pencils and paint brushes and scissors and knives, and then I've got this one with pretty much the same thing. Back here I have all of my yarn for crocheting. I've got every color of the rainbow, and then skin colors and white and just essential colors that you need to have. This is full of my cosplay making stuff, so I've got my body tape measure and more scissors, crafting supplies. I've even got those little snap bits where they're on your clothes and you kind of like button them together. I have a bunch of those in there and a kit on how to attach it to clothing. This green tote and this pink one are both full of fabric for sewing projects. So that's that. My door isn't opening all the way because of this portfolio and I'm too lazy to move it. So this black kit, this black box right here is full of wrenches, pliers, just tools to do various things with pretty much any art project. Down here I've got some of my Prismacolors. This is probably like 5% of the ones I have, but those are all back at college, so I can't show them to you now. This is a kneaded eraser. I actually got all of these for free at a panel at MechaCon. These are some old Spanish flashcards that I used to study. I would take like one index card, divide it into 8, and save paper. I've got this glaze for polymer clay. I've got this pin. My mom's a nurse, so she always comes home with these different light up pins. And then I've got more pins, pencils, pencil sharpener, ribbon, stapler, just office essentials. Down here I have a Bristol board pad, and then I have watercolor paper pad, and then up at college I also have it's like a wax paper pad, and it's for mixing paints and putting acrylic and oil paints on so that you don't have to constantly wash your dishes. These are some more projects, science, social studies. These are some pins and buttons and such that I got from MechaCon. I think they just came off the thing, so I'm gonna just set those there. That's pretty much it in here. There's a lot more over there behind all this. This is stuff from the attic that my stepdad wants me to go through, and for example, I have my entire old Ninja Turtle collection, and I have Edward Elric, and I mean, not Elric, Cullen, how dare I. I've got Kung Fu Panda. I used to collect that too, but I've got just a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff in here, and I would collect it, and I have boxes like this white container is also full of Ninja Turtle supplies. I've got this turtle crossing just because it said turtle, which you might have seen in my one of my earlier videos. So I've got along the entire wall right here are books. You can see them right there, and you can see them right there, and they're just stacked on each other because I don't have room on these shelves up here. That's a portrait I did of my cat. It was a long time ago, so it didn't come out too well. I didn't know much about painting fur and different techniques. And over there in the corner is supposed to be Andy Bierzak, the singer of Black Veil Brides. I really enjoyed the band at that moment, so I painted him. I've got a palette that I put a bunch of paint on as if I was using it, and we use that for senior pictures. I got this one. It's kind of abstract. I took some clay and I actually made it 3D, and then I've got like twine on her, entwined, haha, on her face. I've got a feather for her eyelashes, newspaper for her dress. So these are just my favorite books. It's a series, so I just put it on the shelf. Not really one of my favorites anymore. This is the Warriors series, and then I also have like the Seekers. Anyway, not art related. This entire wardrobe dresser right here is full of sketchbooks and paper, and I even have a bin somewhere under my bed with all of my old art in it. So again, if y'all want to see any of that, just put a comment down below and I will dig it out, because I am obviously not very organized at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is what it looks like kind of walking into it. Millie's just calmly being the star of the show right now. So yeah, this used to be my closet, and then we took everything down, painted the walls. When we moved in, someone had taken a paintbrush and paint and just went to town, like all over the walls, like with black and red paint, and splattered it everywhere. It was weird. We painted over that, put up the board. I don't remember what that material is. Oh, and then we have that little shelf right there, the art desk. And now it's a mess because I've gone through and messed with everything, but it was clean. A file organizer. And then I have some of my art on the walls, but again, I'll show you all that if y'all want to see it. Alright, so children and animals are starting to intervene. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye. Dog is under my bed, and the cat is on my desk, and the child has a truck. Alright, so just like down below, leave a comment, be sure to share and subscribe. Hit that big red subscribe button. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you have any other suggestions, just leave them in the comments down below. Have a great day, and goodbye.